Welcome to Whiskey Out. We got whiskey here. We're going to just try for comments, and they're going to here have some whiskey. We're going to. Clock's running.
Oh.
No. No.
Yeah. There's limited space on this.
We're going to move quickly.
Hard drive, so we gotta. All right, here we go.
I'm Daniel.
I'm still right.
This is a gift from Magnificent Bastard Taylor Kiefel.
Kiefel?
Kiefel. I was saying Kiefel.
Taylor Kiefel, you magnificent bastard. So
we've done Broken Top before, their bourbon, but not the cask strength version.
Because here's the thing: if something's worth not rushing through, then we'll figure out the hard drive thing. We'll figure out the hard drive thing.
It's just MGP.
Oh.
But
remember the last time? I didn't even look at the comments because I know people are going to be butthurt about it.
Yeah.
The last time we did just a straight MGP.
And we're just like, whatever, it's MGP.
We moved on. It was like a 4 or 5 minute episode.
Yeah.
Like, I get it. It's annoying, but.
All right. Yeah. So to compare, because I have another, but first let's try it.
I won't hide from the comments on this.
Yeah. Okay. You ready?
Hey.
Hey. There it is. Smells like MGP.
This is virgin territory.
it's a whole new.
Yeah.
Nope, there's orange, there's chocolate.
I'll tell you one thing about Broken Top. They know how to not mess up an MGP.
That's right, which, can say for Eleanor.
Right.
Yeah, damn, that's way more orangey. But dang, that's good.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good barrel pick.
The orange gear, it shifts after a few seconds.
Here's what I want to do, though.
Yeah.
So, I had to get this down from the ceiling before we started. Another bastard sent in a bottle of George Remus.
Oh, that's the MGP brand.
Which is the actual released by MGP, right?
Yeah.
But we already have one and we've already reviewed it. So we're going to benevolent bastard him.
Yes,
and then we're going to compare the George Remus MGP to this MGP.
Sure. Well, okay, yeah, I'll wait till we have a pour.
All right, benevolent bastard, Kyle Kubiak.
Kyle Kubiak, you benevolent bastard. I'm not sure how the run-up goes. Thank you. Hey, there's a thing.
So when MGP releases this one, it's like 6 to 8 years, which they have on most everybody, right? Most of the people releasing sourced MGP are doing like 2, 4.
3, yeah.
But they also are blending various MGP mash bills. So it's not...
For the Remus?
Yeah.
Oh.
So they're blending specifically to create the Remus.
So this isn't going to be a difference just in like barrels or something.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily a single barrel. This one, it's just barrel proof.
Yeah, it's just obviously going to be a smaller scale, so you can.
So which hand are you doing Remus in?
Well, Remus would be my right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Man, they're very close.
Yeah, but the Remus is a little more botanical. That brought the grain notes forward and the grassy notes, whereas that citrus sugar is forward on the cask version. The Remus, by the way, is 94 proof versus 115.
Oh, wow, okay. Oh, the proof difference is definitely on the taste.
Oh, yeah, this is softer and creamier, but also really kind of boring comparatively.
Yeah.
This 115 Broken Top is really good.
And I honestly... I attribute most of the stuff that we're finding that we're enjoying to the higher proof.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not like there's really crazy flavors that you find in this.
I gotta say, I think MGP is best when it's at higher proof.
Yeah.
No matter where we've got it from, no matter who has sourced it, every time they proof it to the floor, it's boring. And every time they release a cask strength MGP, we think, man, that's really good.
Yeah. I'm very excited. We did a port finish thing with MGP.
Oh, God, that's a good
Is
one.
that your favorite thing so far?
Yes.
Period. So basically, MGP finishing experiments. The port.
All of the finishings have been my favorite on the Eleanors, but this port one, I think wins. My preferred Eleanor.
Look, I mean, I don't want to take anything away from the Remus. If you're just looking for classic over home plate, you've had it scores of times before, and yeah. All right.
But the Broken Top is rich, desserty, Christmassy almost.
Yeah.
All right, there you go.
Let's let it breathe for a little bit, but honestly, I don't think there's much that's going to change. We're going to dive into this Sechin Kainth.
Yeah, Sakin Kane. I think we said Sakin. We've like, he's a dude. He's been around, man. We've said his name.
Yeah, I know. I've said the name, but it feels like the kind of name that somebody would have thrown us a bone, phonetically spelled us out, and then we go, cool, thanks, and never remember it again.
Yeah.
Because we're bad people.
Yeah.
We're bad people.
Sorry, at some point he's probably told us.
He knows this. He knows we're bad people.
Yeah.
What's the difference between a variety and a varietal?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So a varietal of like corn or something like that?
Yeah, no, actually, so technically, that's like a wine industry thing. Variety is the various types of wines you have. Yeah. Right? Like you got red, we've got white, we got variety. Right? When someone's referring to a varietal, they're talking about like, this is a single varietal Chardonnay. Like this is a one.
So if it was in whiskey, it'd be like all Bloody Butcher corn.
Yeah, in theory, it's closer. It's not exactly like that, but it's closer to that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the difference. Variety just refers to a lot of options, and varietal is a specific strain, specific focus.
I immediately jumped to what they were doing at Iron Root with the corn lines.
It doesn't have a match in whiskey because whiskey mixes mash bills.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. Whereas wine will have to use the same grape all the way, right? So it's more like 100% barley or something.
Dreaming Wolf 8382 is very important to get those numbers. What would be the 180 opposite of a hidden gem?
Yeah, I was curious too. I liked this question.
An obscure turd? No, I think it would be an obvious turd.
A hidden gem is an obvious turd.
The opposite is an obvious turd.
Yeah, but hidden gem has a nice phonetic ring to it.
The obvious lump of coal, he says.
But an obvious turd is clunky.
A foggy WTF?
Yeah.
An obvious turd is clunky?
It's a little clunky. I mean, a hidden gem, that just flows, right? But maybe the bad thing is supposed to be phonetically clunky.
Yeah, you don't want it to have elegance to it.
No, but maybe a little more zing and zip. Like, it's got to have a little bit of a dig to it.
Turd?
Like oh, gotcha. No, but obvious is the word I'm sticking on, I feel like.
Oh, obvious? Really?
Yeah, like...
it's predictable.
Pedantic turd.
It's
pedantic is just doubling down on the letter of the law. What's a good synonym of obvious?
Synonyms for obvious include clear, plain, plain to see.
No.
Yeah.
A patent.
Okay.
A plain turd.
Patent turd.
Okay, man, we could like add some water to it and we could poke at it, but I think we've done that so many times with MGP. The main thing that's interesting about the Remus is that they're mixing mash bills. That's not something that whenever people are sourcing and bottling, they're bothering to mix the different mash bills available from
not
MGP.
typically,
Yeah, but even with the mixing of the mash bills and them aiming for something like I'm sure this is going to be the best that they can put together. But even the best that they can put together, having access to all of the age, right, all the different mash bills, if you just release their same stuff, one mash bill at a higher proof,
it's just better. We found the same thing with the Craig's Muntz's or whatever, all that one brand that only released single barrels of everything MGP makes.
Yeah. So the situation with MGP is, about a year-ish ago, maybe a little bit less, they said we're no longer allowing people to buy a bunch of stuff. But why can you still get MGP through like third parties?
Because there were people who had bought a whole bunch of stuff.
Okay.
And then they just sat on it.
Yeah, because we can still buy MGP. It's just going to be like a thick markup because there's a middleman involved.
Yeah, and it's not much of a markup actually. I think when Brandon found a guy who the markup is only like $200 a barrel.
Yeah.
So that's not bad.
Yeah.
And they're actually at MGP because a lot of these guys would buy like 1,000 barrels from MGP and then pay MGP to store them.
Oh, right on.
So that they're their barrels. They have claim on them, but. Yeah.
So do you think that whole situation was kind of much ado about nothing, where all these distilleries who built their brand, not on making anything, there was just going to be a branding exercise, we're going to slap a label on it, we're going to try and obfuscate where it actually came from, but it's going to be good quality whiskey. And then from their perspective, like the bottom fell out of their entire model, because MGP is like, we're no longer selling our stuff, we have our own brands, blah, blah, blah. But do you think the fact that you can get it pretty readily from these middlemen? You think that it's going to dwindle?
Yes.
Do you think Remus is so popular that moving into the future, it's going to soak up that MGP
I think there's a middle window where they're going to be really f***ed, and then it might open back up again.
Okay.
Because I know a lot of guys who own distilleries right now that are capable of doing larger production numbers, and they're all of them are being contacted weekly by small producers freaking out. Looking for someone to replace the fact they can't get MGP anymore, and they don't know what they're going to do. Yeah. Several of them, in Texas, being contacted weekly going like, hey, I'm this guy in Fort Wayne, or I'm this guy in New Mexico, and now I can't get barrels.
This is what I'm trying to reconcile. Because that's kind of the narrative that I've been hearing for many, many months. But at the same time, if we do a little digging.
No, it's not a little digging. We know people. The people that Brandon called are because I have contacts who said, hey, I know a guy, and this is the guy you need to call.
No, this was a publicly viewable list. I'm thinking of a different thing.
Okay.
And on this source list that goes out to whoever wants to sign up, there's all of these different things that you can buy, even different kinds of categories of spirits.
Well, that's signature spirits. Those guys have always been there. But you got to remember how many craft guys are sourcing MGP.
Okay.
Like one list is not going to solve that problem.
Well, I'm saying even that list, it's not insane prices.
No, it's not insane prices, but it's going to run out.
So the prices should be insane. It's like a supply and demand thing.
No, because not yet.
So let's do some speculation. Everybody buy all of the MGP.
And sit on it.
Just sit on it, apparently.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be funny if the bottom fell out of the market of MGP? Like,
Yeah,
never
and then we're
mind.
like, hey, never mind,
Here's
never mind.
all the whiskey.
Please.
Yeah. People bought warehouses of the stuff.
Ugh.
All right.
Oh,
well,
shit, we hit our 10 minutes by
Yeah.
rambling about source producers.
No, I was trying to hit the 10.
Oh,
Here's
okay.
defining stealing and drinking.
If you fight me, fight for a friend.
Steal me, steal your lover's heart.
If you drink, may you drink with us.